Yes, Sasika students. Today we are doing exercise 10.3 mathematics. Chapter is circle class 9. First question, draw different pairs of circles. How many points does each pair have in common? So basically we have been asked how many possible pairs of circles are possible so that the number of common points are different. So we can draw one circle, right students? And then you see we can draw another circle. So these circles are which circles? These are concentric circles. Concentric circles are those circles having common center. Now how many points are common in these two circles? Zero. Then we can draw different pairs like this also. This is one circle and this is second circle. So these circles, how many points are common in these circles, students? In these two circles, they are not touching. How many points are common? Zero. No point is common. Then we can still have two circles, students. One circle and one more circle. Now these two circles are having how many points common? 1 point common.
One.
Very good. These two circles are touching only at 1 point. Still we can have two circles. This is first circle and this is the second circle. So these circles, if you see students, how many points common they have? They have 2 points
Two.
in common. Here 0 points in common. Here 1 point in common and here 2 points in common. So two circles can intersect maximum at 2 points and they can minimum intersect or meet at how many points? 1 point. If they are having no common points, so these two configurations are possible. Either the circles are not touching or the circles are concentric. Concentric circles can also have two, no, zero common point. But students, if concentric circles are congruent circles, then how many common points they have? Yes, Manrojdeep Kaur. If concentric circles are congruent also, then how many points are common? Any student? Then infinite.
Three.
Infinite.
Very good. Then
Infinite.
very good. Infinite points will be common. How? I will tell you. You see, this is a circle, students, right? This circle right now is not congruent. Now I will make this circle congruent to this. When I make this circle congruent to this, you see, now these two circles are congruent. Now all their points are common. So how many common points they have? They have infinite common points. Very good. So after doing all this, let's read the second question, students. Suppose you are given a circle. Give a construction to find its center. All right. This is a good question. Now let's say this is the circle. Now what we need to do, students, we just need to draw how many chords? We need to draw two chords. They may be having same length, they may be of different length, no problem. Okay, these are two chords. Okay, now students, we need to know how to draw perpendicular bisector. All right. To draw perpendicular bisector of AB, put the needle at B, extend your compass more than half, mark 1 point here, mark one arc here. With the same extended compass, put the needle at A, then mark two more arcs, join these. This will be the perpendicular bisector. So extend this perpendicular bisector. Similarly, draw the perpendicular bisector of CD also, where the perpendicular bisectors are meeting, that is the center of the circle. Now students, let's draw the third point. Now what is the third question, students? So third question is a good question. It says two circles intersect at 2 points. Prove that their centers lie on perpendicular bisector of the common chord. Now, two circles are intersecting. So, we will draw two intersecting circles first. So, this is the first circle, students. Right? This is my first circle. And this is my second circle. All right. This is my second circle. Okay, students. Now, these two circles are there. And students, these are, let's say, the centers of two circles C1 and C2. C1 and C2 are the two centers of two circles. These two circles are meeting at points, common points A and B. It's given. Two circles intersect at 2 points. So intersecting points are A and B. We need to prove that their centers, now their centers are C1 and C2. These centers lie on the perpendicular bisector of common chord. Now, what is the common chord, students? I want to ask you. The common chord we can get when we join A and B. Please concentrate here. Sorry. When I join A and B, I will get common chord. Now it says if two circles intersect at 2 points, A and B are two intersecting points, prove that their centers lie on. C1 and C2 are lying on perpendicular bisector of common chord. Now what is the perpendicular bisector of common chord? Students, perpendicular bisector of common chord is this one. Am I right? This line, which line? This, I can name this line as L. I can name this line as L. L. L is the line on which C1 and C2, the centers of two circles, are lying. I need to prove that it is the perpendicular bisector. Now, what is a perpendicular bisector? If L line is the perpendicular bisector of the common chord. What is the common chord? AB. That means this angle 1, this angle A, let's say point of intersection is O. AOC1 is 1. This is 90 degree. Angle 1 is 90 degree. I need to prove that. Okay, students. How will I do that? And second, I need to prove that perpendicular bisector. This angle is 90 degree. And second, I need to prove that their centers lie on perpendicular bisector of common chord. That AB is a perpendicular bisector of L. That means AB will be perpendicular bisector of L. Number one, if angle 1 is 90 degree. Number two, can anyone say? AB will be the perpendicular bisector of L when AO is equal to AO is equal to BO. Very good. Or AO is equal to OB. So in order to do this, students, what you need to do, you need to join A C1, then B C1, then C2B, then A C2. Am I right? After you join this, you are getting a kind of quadrilateral A, C1, B, C2. Now students, what you do, we can take triangles C1, A, C2 and triangle C1, B, C2. Now, in these two triangles, what are common things? Can anyone tell? AC1 is the radius of center number 1 and BC1 is also radius of center number 1. Similarly, center number 2, AC2 and BC2 are the radii of center number 2. Okay, so AC1 can be equal to BC1. You have to give reason why. Radius of first circle. Similarly, AC2 is equal to, yes students, BC2. Why? Radius of second circle. Now what else is common in these two triangles? Anyone can say? AB. AB chord is not common in these two triangles. C1,
C1 C1 is C2 is equal to C1 C2
yes,
common.
C1, C2. Yeah, right, Madhav. Very good. C1, C2 is equal to C1, C2. See, AB is not in the construction of two triangles. C1, C2 is in the construction of these two triangles. Why? This is common. So when this is common, so by SSS, I can prove these two triangles are congruent, right? Corresponding sides, SSS, these two triangles are common. Then by CPCT, that is congruent corresponding parts of congruent triangles, I can say what? Angle AC1O, angle AC1O is equal to angle BC1O. Am I right? These two angles are equal. Am I right? So these two angles are equal. Now I will take triangle AC1O and I will take triangle BC1O. AC1O, this triangle, then BC1O. I have to prove two things. Number one, AOC1 is a 90 degree. Number two, I have to prove that AB is the bisector of L. Yes. So AB will be bisector of L if AO is equal to BO. These two are equal. Okay. Now, how will I do this? In these triangles AC1O and BC1O, what is common? Already I have proven this, that these two triangles are congruent triangles. So by CPCT, I can say triangle AC1O is equal to angle BC1O. How? By CPCT. Number two, what is common in these two triangles? Anyone can say? AC1O and BC1O. What is common?
AO is equal to O is equal to AO.
AO is equal, what can you say again?
AO is equal to AO.
But
नहीं, C1O is equal to C1O.
correct, you are right. C1O is equal to C1O. Very good, Madhav. This is common. And the third is AC1 is equal to BC1. What is that? These are the radii of circle number 1. So now what is the criteria by which these two triangles are congruent? See, this side angle, then this side, right? See, this side angle, then this side. Similarly, this side angle and this side. So it will be side angle side. By this criteria, I can say these two triangles are congruent. When these two triangles are congruent, then what I can say? Now I can say I know that these two triangles are congruent. Which two triangles? Triangle AC1O is congruent to triangle BC1O. Then by CPCT, I know that angle BOC1 will be equal to angle, anyone? AOC1. Very good. Now, by linear pair theorem, by linear pair theorem. What is linear pair theorem? If this is a line and this is one more line on this, these two adjacent angles are formed, and sum of these adjacent angles always angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to a straight angle 180 degree. Now we don't know whether angle AOC1 and BOC1 are 90 degree or not. We don't know. But we know this, that sum of both these angles is 180 degree.
180.
So we can say AOC1 plus angle BOC1 is equal to 180 degree. But already we have proven that this triangle and this triangle are congruent. That means AOC1 is equal to BOC1. So I can write 2 angle AOC1 is equal to 180 degree. How? Because I have replaced BOC1 with angle AOC1. See, I have already proven AOC1 and BOC1. These two triangles are congruent. See, I have already proven. When they are proven, then this angle, which angle? This angle. Till now, I don't know whether they are 90. This angle and this angle are equal. But by linear pair theorem, the sum of these two angles is 180. So each angle will be 90 degrees.
90 degree.
AOC1 angle is equal to 180 by 2, 90 degree. Also by CPCT, as these two triangles AC1O and BC1O are congruent, I can say AO is equal to BO. So both the criterias for perpendicular bisector are finished. So I can say that AO, AO or AB is same. Am I right? Am I right? AO is AB is extension of AO. So I can say AB is the perpendicular bisector of, anyone tell me? Yes, line L. Or I can also say line joining C1, C2. So that means this is indirectly proven that C1 and C2 are lying on the perpendicular bisector of AB. And what is AB? AB is the common chord of two intersecting circles at two different points. Thank you very much, students. Very important. Learn it, but don't forget to subscribe our channel. Learn CBSE. Well, this is a complete name. Share with your friends, even enemies also. I wish you all the best.